Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you about a video that I watched. It's been out for a couple of days and I think it's gone viral. It's about a young lady that owns a saloon slash bar restaurant in California. And the state of California pretty much shut her down. They pretty much said that they can't serve food inside or outside. And to her amazement, the mayor of the city where she lives authorized a movie company to have an outdoor dining area because movie companies are considered an essential business in that area. Now, her dining area that she set up outside met the same requirements that the dining area for the movie company that was set up right across from hers, mind you, about 50 feet away from where her was. Met the same requirements as the movie companies, if not even better, because she had her tables set apart 7 feet instead of the required 6 feet. So she was going above and beyond. So while she was not allowed to serve her patrons, the movie company was allowed to operate because they're considered essential. I saw her on an interview today on Valuetainment. And Patrick asked her, are you going to continue to fight? Are you going to stay open even though they told you to shut down? And she said, no, I can't. She said, I can't. I can protest, but if I stay open, I'm going to end up losing my liquor license. And if that happens, then I'll be out of business. And everything that I've worked for in the last 28 years will be gone. So she had to step down in order to keep what she still has. And it is a decision that she made. She said, I can either stay open and defy these orders that are not constitutional, or I can shut down and fight a different way and go around the system so that I can survive to fight another day. Why am I telling you this, ladies and gentlemen? Because it's finally happened. It's finally happened to the Alaska Prepper channel, where this great organization that started out years and years ago, that allowed people to put content on there and allowed them to be creative and put out their original content so that the world can see it. Or at least those people that have access to the internet can see this content from all over the world, from different races, from different ethnicities, from different cultures, so that we can share information and ideas through this great video company that is called YouTube. For those of you that may not remember, YouTube used to be great. I put up a video a while back, I think maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I didn't even publish it. I kept it unlisted because it is one of my Patreon videos. And I thought that, well, if your video is unlisted, then they're not going to mess with you because it's only going out to a very small population. Well, today I received a notice that that video has been taken down because they don't agree with it. Because they say, if you don't say this, then your video can't be up. And it's part of their community guidelines, ladies and gentlemen. Community guidelines that they change on the fly. They warn everyone, any content creator that's out there, whenever the community guidelines change, they warn you. And then you have to go back through your, in my case, through my 1,000 plus videos that I've put up and make sure that you didn't have any other content similar to that. Because if they catch 1 or 2 more, in a split second, everything that you worked for as far as content goes to put up in the years that you've been creating gets erased. And what content creator out there has the funds to try to fight this kind of censorship? Some may, but many, and I would dare say most, don't. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know what a lot of you are going to say. Go to Rumble. Go to Rumble. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Slowly but surely, I think that most people who want to express their honest opinions on matters will transition to a different platform. However, you have to understand, and I'm not saying this for my sake, I'm saying this for the sake of many other content creators. Some people get upset because you use a certain word instead of using the word that you're not supposed to use. Some people get upset. But those people don't understand that when you spend years creating something from the ground up, that it's kind of like your child. And you don't want to give it up. And then you find a way to still put your message out without being afraid of being taken down at a moment's notice. Ladies and gentlemen, this is happening everywhere. This is the first time this has ever happened to me. Sure, I've had videos demonetized, but I've never had a video actually taken down. Granted, an unlisted video that didn't even go out to a lot of people. I think that video might have had 117 views or something like that on Patreon. I don't know what to think. Actually, I do know what to think, and I do know what I'm thinking. I just want to say this. To those of you that agree with censorship, one day it will be your voice that gets censored. When you cry and cry and cry and scream and scream and scream that someone should not be saying something because you don't agree with it, you are crying and screaming for the censorship of your voice as well. In the end, however, this is the good news, ladies and gentlemen. In the end, good will prevail. It might be a slow and grinding road, but in the end, good will prevail. We just have to stay the course and do what we have to do in order to keep going and make it to that other side. I'm not getting discouraged. I'm disappointed, but I'm not getting discouraged. But in the end, we will prevail. And this will stop. And maybe then we can continue to grow as a nation and to grow as human beings. Because without a diversity of thought, without the diversity of ideas that we all have to contribute onto one another, we cannot grow and progress. There will be no innovation. Look at a country that has taken away the freedom of expression. What has happened? Innovation stops. There's no innovation in China. Most of the technological advances that they have had, they've stolen from other countries. There's no innovation there. Look at other countries where that has happened to. How much innovation is there in those countries? We have to be free to express our opinions and our thoughts with others without fear of repercussion. Because without that freedom of expression, we will be stuck where we are and we will not progress. The only progression that we will have is the progression that those that want to keep us in line want us to progress toward. And that's not freedom. So in other words, ladies and gentlemen, YouTube told me to shut my mouth and only talk about what they think it's okay to talk about. Well, what I have to say about that is this. We'll work it out. We will work it out. And eventually, I hope that one day, and I cannot believe that I am saying this, but I hope that one day we will live in a society where we can be free. Because we are not free. As soon as most people realize that we are not free, maybe changes can start to occur. But as I've said in the past, there is always darkness before the light. And I feel that things will get a little bit worse before they get better. However, by nature, I am an optimist and I am a realist. And I truly do feel that things will get better. Eventually, things will get better. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to put that message to you out there, especially for my Patreons. Obviously, they're starting to scan videos that you even put up on Patreon. So what I will do is if there's a way that I can get a video on Patreon, if anyone knows of a way that I can get a video up on Patreon without going through YouTube, please email me and let me know so that I can continue to post those types of videos on Patreon. Unfortunately, they're going to continue to look at those videos, even if I only leave them unlisted or leave them private. Even if I put them on private, they'll still scan those videos and award you with a community guideline strike if you leave that video up. So anyone that can let me know if I can get around a way of getting a video up on Patreon via any other way than YouTube, please let me know. I'm not sure if we can do it with Rumble. If I can upload something on Rumble and then have it go to Patreon, maybe I'll try that and see how that works. All right, maybe I'll try that. I think that might work. All right, but if any of you know an ironclad way of being able to do that, please let me know. Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening to my short rant here. Remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. I'm the Alaska Prepper. I'm out.